places that a lot of us never imagined. And I've got with me a quote that I'd like to share with you that kind of points that out. And I quote, "From my favorite spot on the floor, I look up at the blue sky and the bare chestnut tree, on whose branches little raindrops shine, appearing like silver, and at the seagulls and other birds as they glide on the wind. I firmly believe that nature brings solace in all troubles." And I quote again, "As long as this exists, this sunshine, this cloudless sky, and as long as I can enjoy it, how can I be sad?" End quote. That was written by a young girl named Anne Frank, who at the time was living in a secret annex in a house in Amsterdam. Anne Frank found great comfort in admiring a horse chestnut tree just outside her window during her time of hiding. She wrote about this tree on many occasions in her now famous diary. It made her think about fresh air, about better times, and during her family's darkest hour, this tree found a way to make her happy. Like millions of people around the globe, I'm inspired by Anne Frank's story and her optimism during an unbelievably trying time. In 2010, unfortunately, the horse chestnut tree that Anne Frank admired so much collapsed from disease. But not before 11 saplings from that tree were given to the Anne Frank Center here in the United States, which in turn donated those saplings to worthy causes across the country. A little over 3 years ago, 2 of those trees arrived in New York City under the observation of the Department of Agriculture and Markets and other partners who were involved. A post-entry 3-year quarantine is required by the federal government, meaning that certain plant materials from outside the country have to be insulated and inspected on a regular basis. Ag and market staff in New York City helped monitor the health of these plants during this quarantine, and it was our honor to do so. In January, one of these trees was released to Southern Cayuga School District, where it will be planted this June. The other was released to the 9/11 Memorial in New York City, where it will, in turn, inspire millions of people, just as Anne Frank did. Trees have an innate ability to inspire and breathe new life in the imagination. I hope that in the future, when you think of Arbor Day, you too will think of that horse chestnut tree and be inspired. Thank you.